In this video, we're going to look at the horse racing trading strategy that is called dobbing, or the DOB system. DOB stands for double or bust, and when you learn this strategy, you will see exactly why it is called that. Anyway, I'm going to walk you through the whole strategy step by step, give you some real life trading demonstrations recorded on the Betfair Exchange, so you can see exactly how this strategy works and whether it's a strategy you want to use. If that sounds good to you, go grab a nice cold beer or a Macallan, and let's get into it. So dobbing is a very simple strategy, and here's the concept behind it. It is backing a horse at high odds, laying at half the back price, and then your profit is going to be double your stake. So you're entering this strategy to either double your stake or go bust, hence the DOB and the dobbing name for the strategy. So that's the concept behind it. It is obviously very similar to back to lay, and technically it is a back to lay strategy, but the big difference is that with dobbing, your aim is a 100% ROI as a minimum. So it is double or bust. Now, what you need with this particular strategy is a very good run from your target horse. With back to lay, we probably only need just a good start from our target horse. With dobbing, you need a very good run almost all the way with your target horse. We don't necessarily need it to win, we just need a very solid run from it. And also there's typically no stop loss with this strategy. As said, it is double or bust. You're typically going to stay in and try and double your money. And if you don't double your money or double your stake, then it's very often too late to get out at that particular point. So there is typically no stop loss with people who do use this strategy. Now, anyway, look, if you are new to racing trading and you're wondering, well, why do the prices steam in running? There's quite a lot of reasons. And if we can find a horse that starts towards the front, if we can find a horse which is going to have a confident jockey, an experienced jockey, and if that jockey starts to look confident, then that can cause the prices to steam. Also, just generally the horse traveling well with, as I said, a confident jockey at the same time, that can cause a price steam. But generally for dobbing, this is the most important one. It's the horse being in the mix at the business end of the race. There used to be a time where dobbing was as simple as looking for a front runner. That could be enough for those odds to go in half. Not anymore. It probably still needs to be a front runner, but you're going to need all the other factors, with most importantly that horse being in the mix at the business end of the race. And just keep in mind, the racing markets, they react to perception more than anything. So keep in mind, with dobbing, we aren't looking for a horse to win. We don't need the horse to win. We are looking for horses that will be involved in the business end of the race. That's what we're looking for. So anyway, that is dobbing. And look, this strategy and many, many more are covered inside this book. If you don't have this book yet, I strongly suggest you get it. You're going to get a complete map of the racing trading landscape. It's going to show you exactly which racing trading strategies are actually making money at the moment. So instead of guessing, you can plug into the proven approaches and start stacking those small wins immediately. So you can check out all the strategies. It's backed up with loads of real life examples also, and you can see which strategy you like the look of and go from there. So anyway, click the link in the description if you want a copy of this book, or scan the QR code. And as it stands, if you go to that link today or scan that QR code today, the book is absolutely free. So you've got nothing to lose by getting a copy of it. You know where to find it. The QR code will be on the screen for when you need it. Anyway, let's look at the strategy flow with this one, step by step with dobbing. As said, it's a very, very simple strategy actually. You're just going to find your target horse. You're going to place your back bet. You're going to place a target lay bet at half the odds that you entered at. So if you entered at 10, you're going to lay at 5. If you entered at 9, you're going to lay at 4.5, and so on. As said, very simple to work out. And then you're going to secure your profit during the race. It's going to be a double or a bust. And here's a quick example of that, and also showing you how to stake it. If we're going to back a target horse with 100% of our stake at odds of 8, for example, you're going to lay that target horse with 200% of your stake at odds of 4. And if that's matched, you're going to have 100% profit across all the horses. And you're going to see some real life examples of this coming up very, very shortly, so you can see it before your very own eyes. But basically, when that horse runs well, the odds will steam, and it's just got to go from 8 into 4 to double the stake. Remember, we don't need that horse to win. If it can go from odds of 8 into 4 and then finish last place, that's absolutely fine. We're going to win no matter what, as long as our trade is matched. So when you're trying to find your target horse, as mentioned, you probably still want to try and find horses that are likely to be a front runner. But obviously they're going to need some stamina because we want them to be involved in the business end. You want to look for odds that are not too low, so they've got some room to steam. If you're going to back a horse which we think is going to be a front runner, but they're already priced at 2.0, not going to be able to dob on that. If they're even priced at, say, odds of 4, then for you to hit a dob, it's got to hit odds of 2.0, which means it's pretty much got to go odds on, and it's got to go very, very close to winning if it's going to go odds on. So again, would you want to take that horse, or would you want to just go into a higher price range where it's odds of 10 and it's just got to hit odds of 5? That part is obviously up to you, and it's up to you as the trader. A lot of traders who do a lot of dobbing will look for horses who have dobbed previously, which it can make a lot of sense to do this. However, you always need to take into account the type of races that they were in when they did do their dobbing, and is it a similar field to the race you're about to trade? Look at the price range that horse was in when it did dob. For example, if it did a dob when it was, say, priced at 16 and then it went into 8 on a previous race, yeah, that's great. But if this horse is now starting the race at odds of 6, is it going to run as good? Because it's obviously going to take a much better run to hit odds of 3 in running compared to odds of 8. So this is all stuff that you have to take into account. A lot of traders do love it. They like to look at horses that have dobbed previously. Maybe it's dobbed in 10 out of 10 of its last races, and they like to go for that. But there are nuances to this. Also, and this is quite interesting, it's always worth looking for a competitive field. And you might think this is a little bit counterintuitive. If it's competitive, it's going to be harder for that horse to stand out. But when it's competitive, it just means there's more chaos. There's more horses moving all over the place. Harder for a lot of the traders to keep track of it. And your horse might be one of the horses which trades lower. Your trade is taken and then it drifts out or something like that. So it's much better to go for the competitive fields than to go for the smaller fields where traders and the markets are just going to be a little bit more efficient. So anyway, once you found that target horse, as said, after that lay bet is matched in the race, nothing more to do. You're going to set everything before the race. So there's no action to take in running. As said, a lot of traders with dobbing don't use stop losses. So when it can go wrong with dobbing, this is obviously something you want to take into account. If your target horse starts slowly, then that's obviously not going to be very, very good. You're going to need that horse to really pick up the pace. And as said, get involved in the business end. If the markets just don't believe, this can also be a bit of a factor, which a lot of people don't really talk about with regards to dobbing and back to lay trading. Sometimes your horse can look perfect on paper. It can run perfect also in the race, but the markets just don't believe. We've got quite a few examples of this where the markets don't believe until the horse is actually at the business end and looking like it's going to win. So it just shows you how many different types of opportunities there are in the in-running markets. And also at the same time, too little, too late from your horse. If you back a horse which starts slowly, and then it does start to get involved in the business end, but there's already a horse which is just clear and obviously going to win, then yeah, you're not going to make your dob, even if it does finish maybe second place or third place. And that's obviously a bit of a misunderstanding for a lot of people also. They think, well, if I back a horse and it comes second or third, that would mean it would have dobbed for sure. That doesn't quite work out like that in the real life markets. But anyway, based on all this, I think it's time to check out some real life trades with the dobbing strategy. And before we do that, if you're liking this video and you like all these sorts of videos, click that like button to support the channel and to potentially get more videos just like this recommended to you by the YouTube algorithm. While you're there, you should probably hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell also so you never miss a strategy video in the future. Let's dive into it right now. Real life examples of the dobbing strategy. We're getting close to the off on this one at Newcastle, and the horse we're liking the look of is this one here, Clansman. So we're going to wait till we're a little bit closer to the off, and then we will get set up. So we're all set up now, backing Clansman back to around 6.8ish, and obviously we have our order, pretty much half that, 3.45 for the 200. So this is the horse we're watching, number 5 Clansman. Let's go.
Island 4.5 furlongs for the midnight next generation betting app handicap stakes. Good start from Clansman, the yellow sleeves, nose banded with the blue cap, also nose banded with the pink cap.
So we got the good start from Clansman. That's obviously what we anticipated. Now, are we going to make our trade? Let's see what happens. Let's hope this good start continues.
Taking a little bit of a grip under Greg Fairley. Behind those, THI to the inside in the purple and yellow is next in the field, followed through by Bruce Banner racing a little bit deeper in the maroon.
So that's our horse out right at the front. Remember, that's what we're looking for, the front runner.
And also in black and white stripes, Jack Sparrow just in front of him at the rear of the field. So through the first 3 furlongs or so, and it's Clansman who sets the pace as they head down the far side of the track, racing opposite the grandstands, in front by a couple of lengths to Fast Fred racing second. 3 parts back the inside is Boo Bool. Desert Quest behind those in 4th position, followed through by THI. Deeper of that one, Bruce Banner. A little gap behind to Jack Sparrow with the yellow cap, and Goldsby with the beige cap and the white cheek pieces at the back of the 8-runner field, and fully 12 to 15 off the pace, which is being set by Clansman and Billy Garrity as they continue their journey down the far side of the track. So back inside the final 6, so they're past halfway, and Clansman in front by a couple of lengths to Jack Sparrow racing second. Boo Bool continues to race close.
Clansman still out in front. We're halfway, little bit of a drift in the price, so could be struggling a little bit to keep up that pace. Let's see what happens.
Still towards the back, and so too Goldsby, and not many have got into it so far as they begin the left-handed swing back towards the home straight. Clansman off the front, back towards the final 3.5 furlongs or so. 2 lengths to Fast Fred racing second. Babool's getting reminders in third. Desert Quest ranging up sides him. Bruce Banner is next in the field. Jack Sparrow going past THI towards the back. And
we're looking for it to hit 3.45. It's getting very, very, very close. Look at this. Look at this. Okay, we got it.
To Fast Fred in second. Kept going behind them. Desert Quest from Bruce Banner, who's trying to pick up with the orange cap. Goldsby's getting going from the back. The stripe jack.
Clansman's up there in the business end, and odds on, Clansman.
2. Fast Fred in the pink cap to the far side, still trying to get there. Bruce Banner is next. Then Goldsby, who continues to stay on. Back towards the final furlong they go, and inside it, Clansman driven furiously up front by 3 parts of a length to Fast Fred, who's still trying to mow him down. Goldsby kept going in third. Clansman responding bravely off the front here inside the final half furlong. Clansman being kept up to his work's going to go pillar to post. Clansman's made all. Fast Fred in second, Bruce Banner behind from Goldsby, and they were clear of Desert Quest.
Well, pretty amazing how that seems to happen. We back these horses just looking for a dob, and they go on and win. So it just shows that the information you're working with is pretty solid, isn't it? So that horse, if we just bring up the chart, always worth doing, always worth just reviewing the in-play movement of this horse. Yeah, pretty smooth sailing in the end, wasn't it? I mean, this was quite textbook for the type of horse you're looking for this strategy. You want that horse that's going to be a front runner, going to get off to a good start, going to be involved in the business end. We don't necessarily need the horse to win. Of course, it has won in this particular instance, but that ticked all the boxes, and yeah, in the end we got our trade collected. So anyway, yep, good example of a pretty textbook DOB trade. So we got this race just about to start from Chelmsford City at 6:30. We've got 2 horses we're actually looking at, liking the look of, Grand Echo and also Oh So Perfect. So we're gonna have to double check a few things and look to get set up on one of these horses in just a moment. So we're all set up. So we got set up on Grand Echo. Oh So Perfect shortened too much in the meantime. So Grand Echo, we've got some space to move into. Odds of 12, and we're looking for it to halve into odds of 6. Surely not a big ask, but anyway, we're gonna find out very, very shortly, aren't we? Let's see what happens next.
And they're off. Well, rearing up was Frank Alley on leaving the stalls there. Lost it a good ground of about 3 or 4 lengths, as also a little bit slowly away was Electrocution as they head through the first furlong. Oh So Perfect has got the lead with Lady Bergmer out wider. YY.
So Oh So Perfect is in the lead. It's a little bit annoying, isn't it? Anyway, let's see what happens.
Crossbelts. Grand Echo is up there as well. So more.
So Grand Echo is up there. Let's see if we can get our trade.
Noseband has the rail position.
We've had a nibble. We've had a pound taken.
Quite keen to try and get to the front. In between is Grand Echo. Now has to be reined back in behind YY Star. Then comes Warm Waters and the orange colours. The blue of the yellow Crossbelts. Giles Glory's got closer. Lady Bergmer comes next. The pink cap of Starakova. Trucial Pearl is in behind for Joe Mason. The light blue of Black Tango well back. Electrocution also, and the slow starting Frank Alley. So leading is Oh So Perfect by about 1.5 lengths, beginning to swing for home. Pushed along YY's.
£2 taken.
Under pressure, Grand Echo. Then in behind runners is a Trucial Pearl, who's coming out very wide on the course. Electrocution's there with Giles Glory under strong pressure. Can they catch?
And doesn't look like we're going to get it, but it does look like Oh So Perfect would have been comfortably matched.
Then Trucial Pearl out wider with Giles Glory. It's still Oh So Perfect, who has a fractional lead here from Electrocution. Trucial Pearl down the outside. It's finishing fast up towards the finish. Tight. Did Oh So Perfect just hang on? It seemed that way with Trucial Pearl running on late as well. On the far side, Electrocution, and then Giles Glory and the rest.
So a bit of a frustrating one. Our double or bust trade went bust. So let's have a look at Grand Echo and just get an idea of this and see how low the odds went. We backed it at 12. That was a fair amount. It went as low as 6, which was some of our money, wasn't it? But yeah, there wasn't really that much money flowing around on it, and that can be the issue with backing horses when they are double digits at the start of the race. But anyway, it looked good from the data I was looking at. The horse that really looked good was Oh So Perfect, and that was who I wanted to get involved on, and that would have been a very smooth sailing trade, wouldn't it? But anyway, look, it wasn't to be. It wasn't to be, and I just, yeah, a little bit frustrating, but obviously that's just part and parcel of trading, isn't it? We were going to go for Oh So Perfect. Price shortened out of the range that I was looking for this particular strategy. And we went with a different horse, and that horse was nowhere near. Anyway, that's all part of it. You just got brush yourself off and go again. Remember, it's a 51% plus strike rate that you need when you're using this particular strategy. So I've got more examples coming up, but a quick question for you. Have you done well with the dobbing strategy? Do leave a comment below, because I'm pretty sure there's many that are watching this video who have tried dobbing before. And I know that for some, they love it. For some, they always seem to struggle and end up giving up on it. So anyway, I'd love to hear about your experiences using the dobbing strategy. If you've got any extra tips or tricks that haven't been shared in this video, then also leave those below as a comment to help everyone else out. And as said, this strategy and many, many more are covered in the Racing Trading Playbook. You should absolutely 100% grab a copy of this. You're going to unlock the most popular racing trading strategies. You can see all the strategies laid out step by step, real life examples before your own very eyes, and you can decide which strategy you want to dive deeper into, okay? And you can see how the many racing traders are turning racing markets into opportunities, okay? So link is in the description to get a copy of this book, or the easier way is to scan the QR code and put in your details. And as said, it's absolutely free if you get it today. So you've got nothing to lose, and I would strongly suggest doing it right now. As said, the QR code is the easiest way. That way you won't get disconnected from this video and you can keep watching. Let's dive into it. I got more real life examples using the dobbing strategy, and you can see exactly how these trades often play out. So 7.45 at Newcastle. The horse we're liking the look of is this one here, Stroxx. So it's up here at 12.5. So very often when you go into the double digits, you might have to potentially lower your stakes. It gives you a higher chance of getting matched fully because this is a horse all the way down the pecking order, and the money's more likely going to be concentrated on the upper horses. So it's just something to keep in mind when you are doing double or bust. But anyway, I'm going to get set up on it. We've got another minute or so. So almost ready to go. Just got set up here on Stroxx. So we're back in Stroxx at 12, £50 stake, and we lay off at 6 with a £100 stake. Let's see what happens. As I said, bit of a higher price than you might want to go for. But anyway, this horse is expected to run well, so let's see what happens.
They're off. Over 5 furlongs for the Make the Move to Midnight Classified Stakes. A Lady Forever away well in black and yellow. Also beginning well, Wee Mary towards the right. Breaking well was Desert Master in the red and black with the noseband and black headgear. Stroxx is prominent to the near side, so too Captain Kinsella under the near side rail. Blue Dandy's tucked in behind them with Kip Kelly towards the back of the field. At this stage, asked.
So it's a good start by Stroxx at the very, very least as well. Just keep your eye on the odds down here.
Kinsella, Stroxx in the white cheek pieces, 3 deep of those Wee Mary, 4 deep a Lady Forever and 5 deep Desert Master to the far side is next in the field. They're followed by Kip Kelly inside the...
And we've been matched on Stroxx, so we've doubled up, and as you can see, that's Stroxx down there. Let's see how this one finishes.
Kip Kelly in the black and white hoop cap, and near side powering right over the top is Auntie Joe, who's streaking home. Auntie Joe's hit the front inside the final 100 yards. Auntie Joe goes on to score to Sir Benedict in second. Kip Kelly was third, and back and forth Captain Kinsella.
So anyway, we made a profit on Stroxx. Doesn't even sound like Stroxx even placed in that one at all. I have to double check on that. Anyway, look, it's not really important. We made the profit. Let's have a look at the in-play. Oh, the low odds on Stroxx was 3.55. So it actually looks like it ran pretty good. We were aiming for 6. As we know, we got matched on 6, but it went even lower than that, 3.55. So actually a good run from Stroxx, or at least a good run in the markets anyway, is the best way of looking at it. But anyway, that's pretty much the essence of the double or bust, isn't it? You're looking for a horse that is going to run well, and yeah, you're either going to double your money or you're going to lose your stake. And in this case, yeah, we doubled our money. We used that £50 stake, and we got £50 locked in across all the horses, as you can see. So anyway, that was the 7.45 at Newcastle, and we are out with a profit. So we've got the horses ready to be loaded on this one. 8.15 at Newcastle. The horse we're looking for is, well, the horse we're looking at is Front Gunner. So if we're looking for a front runner, it seems to be quite aptly named. So anyway, will it live up to the name? Let's give it a few moments, then we're going to get set up as close to the off as possible. So just to show you, we are set up on Front Gunner, as you can see, backed around 8.6, 8.8, and laying off, or aiming to lay off, at 4.3. So anyway, 7 furlongs, going to be interesting.
Sivier completes the lineup. They're off, racing over 7 furlongs for the Always Gamble Responsibly at BetMGM Handicap Stakes. Away well is Palace Lord towards the right. Also prominent is Front Gunner with the pink cap, and down the centre, Saison's Door. The grey horse is right up there. Sivier to the far side.
So Front Gunner is a front runner so far. Let's see.
Concert Boy. Towards the near side, the white face of Finn Ironside holds sway by a couple of lengths to Phoenix of Dreams. Tucked in behind them towards the near side is Pit Boss, and the one who's tailed off is Raven Craig Castle. Down the straight they come back towards the halfway point. Extreme right is Front Gunner, followed by Saison's Door and Palace Lord. Behind that one over there, Operation Jim Crack. Finn Ironside still prominent to the near side. Just tucked in behind them, near side still travelling well, Phoenix of Dreams, trying to make some ground behind the pace. ARP's a star in the green and yellow colours. Down towards the final couple of furlongs they come. Over on the far side, still right there, Front Gunner. Palace Lord, extreme right. Operation Jim Crack between horses starts to pick up with the yellow cross belts. Towards the near side, kept going is Phoenix of Dreams. So too Finn Ironside with the rail to help. Still play.
Front Gunner is, well, is up there. We haven't got fully matched though.
Still right there is Front Gunner. Operation Jim Crack to the far side. Concert Boy, extreme far side's trying to finish as well. Concert Boy, Phoenix of Dreams towards the near side, maybe just getting the upper hand. Phoenix of Dreams and Concert Boy as they race towards the line. Concert Boy, Phoenix of Dreams, that's desperate. Pit Boss ran through for third from Finn Ironside and Operation Jim Crack.
So anyway, yeah, interestingly, I mean, the strategy is called double or bust, but well, we didn't quite go to bust, did we? We had some of our stake matched, just not all of it. So actually the loss we're going to take is going to be the £55 rather than the full 100%. So yeah, that can happen from time to time. So a little bit annoying because Front Gunner was the front runner. However, it was probably just one of those races where it was a little bit too much common knowledge that the Front Gunner was going to be the front runner. So in the end, the price just didn't shorten enough. I guess the markets knew that he wasn't going to sustain it. But anyway, look, we didn't take the full loss, and that's good too. So anyway, yeah, we took a loss on this one. Interesting race. So the horses are loading for this one. 7:30 at Chelmsford, and the horse we like is Lexington Jet. We backed Lexington Jet at 7.4 pretty much, so we're looking to lay off at 3.7, as you can see. And those are the odds to keep an eye on. So anyway, they're loading, a little bit delay. So anyway, we'll be right back.
Over 1 mile, Tynecastle City was a little bit slow into stride as they head through that first furlong. Getting away well, Lexington Jets. Royal blue cap now being worn by Rosser.
So that's a good sign. Getting away well, Lexington Jet. Let's see if it helps our trade.
Kavanagh. Then up against the rail, Madame de Sevigné is in about 4th position. Commander of Life, Holly Doyle in the maroon cap is out wider. They're fairly well spread out, so they've gone pretty hard through the first couple of furlongs. The grey who was quite keen at the back is Tynecastle City. He's now trying to settle a bit better. Moonjid towards the back as well in the orange and black colours, Kieran Fallon. So leading is Lexington Jet and Ross Orion, who's certainly been quite free on the front end and leads by about 3 to 4 lengths to him.
So as you can see, our horse is leading 3 to 4 lengths, but hasn't quite shortened yet because obviously the markets still don't believe that this horse is going to win. So we got to wait until we get to the business end and see if that shortens the price.
Lexington Jet still leads by a couple of lengths. They're getting a bit closer now. Giant and Commander of Life, who's made a move under Holly Doyle into 2nd place. Moonjid, Kieran Fallon tries to cover that move. Out wide as Tynecastle City is making headway from the back. Then comes Uniting, and Madame de Sevigné is now out the back. Up the home straight, Lexington Jet's kicked again. Commander of Life trying to get past. These two have got a couple of lengths clear from Tynecastle City. Moonjid.
So we got it taken in the end. Lexington Jet is in the business end of this one.
With Commander of Life still putting up the challenge. Lexington Jet finding more for Ross Orion from in 2nd. Commander of Life, fine ride from the front from Ross Orion. Lexington Jet blasts home to in 2nd. Commander of Life. Uniting's in 3rd, chased in by Tynecastle City.
So very interesting one there. Lexington Jet going on to actually win. So very good call on obviously backing Lexington Jet. And then in hindsight, you wonder why you laid off at 3.7. But of course, remember, once we were matched at 3.7, our money was doubled and it didn't really matter what happened with Lexington Jet. But it's also quite interesting to see that Lexington Jet led right from the start of the race and then went on to win the race. But the markets took a little bit of a while to kind of react to that. And if we can actually just bring up the chart on this. Let's have a closer look at the chart on Lexington Jet and just go for the full in play. So this is the price when it started in play, and despite leading, actually drifted initially, went out as high as 12, and only late on began to steam in. So it's just another interesting little facet with the markets when you get these prices, well, horses at this price, 7.4. They lead early on. The markets took a bit of a while to react to it and only really reacted once it was right at the end of the race. So yeah, very interesting. And obviously, yeah, we doubled our money on it. That's great. Yeah, we're out. Double or bust. We doubled in this case. So you've seen how a lot of these dobbing trades often play out. And here is the truth about dobbing. It really is all about your horse selection. And many would argue and many would criticize this strategy as just saying that the lack of flexible trading options can be quite frustrating. If you're in the markets and then you don't like the look of your horse, do you get out or do you kind of start to cross your fingers and hope for the best that your horse is involved in the business end? There are a lot of traders, maybe many traders watching this video right now who do not like that and do not like to be involved with hoping, like to be more in control of the trade. But then there are a lot of traders who just absolutely love this strategy, and some do very, very well at it. So anyway, look, you've seen how the strategy works. I'd strongly suggest you dive into the markets and run some little experiments just to see how it plays out for you. And if you like what you see in this video and some of our other racing trading videos, and you want to go even deeper into in-running racing trading, we've got this free masterclass to check out, which is available privately and on demand, and this is not on YouTube. As said, this is the stuff we can't show you on YouTube. We've got more advanced in-running strategies to show you, some more live trading walkthroughs with the aim for you to just really go to the next level with your racing trading. So if you like what you're seeing with trading the horses, this is the next step. This is the logical next step for you. And the link to book a viewing of this will be in the description of this video. And as I said, it's an absolutely free masterclass to check out. And if you are serious about learning more about racing trading, as said, this is the next step for you. So click the link in the description and we'll see you over there. If you want to stay on YouTube and you want to see more videos just like this, there should be a very, very good one on the screen right now for you to check out. So go click on that video, go grab another nice cold beer, and I'll see you in the next video.